Hello, Aiden. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm so glad to be back here with you and doing this Mondays with Michelle.
Oh my gosh, thanks. I love to have you. For those of you wondering, Heather is not available today, but she will be back in the near future. So today we get to enjoy Aiden and Aiden's company in front of the screen instead of always behind the scenes. How was your weekend?
It was great. I just spent some time with my family. My brother will be not with us for a long time, so it was just nice being able to spend that time with him and my family.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Any exciting news or anything going on in the world you want to talk about?
Okay, so something that was really popular last week was people were thinking that they were about to fly up into the sky and be part of the rapture. Um, it was a whole thing on social media where people sold their houses, people got rid of their pets because they thought that they were about to ascend to heaven. And um, you know, it's a thing that happened.
Yeah, well, that's really interesting because I wonder who they were giving their pets to if they were going to ascend. Like, you know what I mean? I guess you would have chosen someone who you thought wasn't going to ascend. That way, they could be here to take care of your dog. That's
Yeah,
kind of
and then if I was that person, I would be offended if they thought I wasn't going to ascend.
right. So note to everyone out there: if someone gave you their dog or cat, don't take it as a compliment. They
Yeah.
figured you weren't going. You know what though? All jokes aside, let's kind of lean into this for a minute because in the last year overall, but especially in the last few weeks, I have just had so many clients and people and friends reaching out to me on social media or during readings that are truly in a state of fear because of what's going on in the world today. And I just feel like it's really important to talk about a couple of things here. Number one, every human, every being on this planet, their soul is whole. So we are not weak and supposed to be here living in an energy of fear. Our souls did come for the contrast, but our souls know who we really are and that we can hold the light. So I want everyone to think about when you are living in a state of fear and making fear based decisions, you are literally feeding it. It is feeding exactly what you don't want. When you put your hands on your heart and you stand in a place of love and you say, what does love say? Then you're really starting to command your power and step into the light. And for every person on the planet right now, it's your job to be the light. You are not accidentally here at this time. Your soul chose to be here, but we are being asked to be the light and feed the light and share that with everyone. So it's not that there's not contrast, but remember who you are on a soul level. And also know that every soul has angels, loved ones, life guides, beings of light around them holding the space for the light to truly prevail.
How beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's such a great message for this week.
Awesome. Well, there was the angel message of the day. Are we ready to jump into some questions?
Yes, we have some people in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody knows, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up because it really, really helps this channel grow and it shows that, you really appreciate what Michelle is doing. And it's really important. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Okay.
Eden.
Our first question is, what happens if you do not fulfill a soul contract, or do they always get fulfilled one way or another?
Ooh, I love that question. Okay, so here's the thing with soul contracts. Sometimes they do not get fulfilled in this lifetime. What will happen then is there might be another soul that comes in to fulfill that contract, or you might sign up to do it again and play it out in another lifetime with that specific soul if it's something that you're working on. Just know that when you get to that heavenly realm, it's not judgment. No one's shaking their finger at you saying you missed an agreement that you were supposed to fill. It was really more about what was most beneficial for the two of you. I'll use like the example for me with Gary's passing by suicide. Obviously, when his soul left unexpected, even though we knew there was a high chance that would happen in his soul plan, it wasn't guaranteed. There were soul agreements and soul contracts that were left unfulfilled, not just with me, but his family, his other friends, whatever other agreements he had on a soul level. And because of that, number one, in that heavenly realm, his soul is still working to help everyone whose contracts didn't get fulfilled in this lifetime, but there will be the opportunity to work those out again in the future. Oh, you're muted.
Perfect. Thank you. Our next question is from Carrie. Hi, Michelle. Today is my son's birthday. He is patiently waiting for a phone call for a job on the boats. It's been 3 months. Will someone call? He quit truck driving to pursue this career.
Well, happy birthday to your son. I do feel someone is calling, but I don't feel like it's today. It feels like it's a couple weeks away still. So I'm getting like 10 to 14 days.
Okay. Our next question is from Maya. Hi, I'm doing a lot of healing work around my relationship with my mom. I love her and also feel the need to have clear boundaries. Looking for peace and acceptance. Any insight?
Yeah. Okay. First of all, kudos to you for doing that. That is amazing. Boundaries are not bad. Boundaries really bother people who want to break them and take advantage of you, but boundaries are very much a sign of respect between anyone in relationships, whether it's friends, partners, family, whatever it is, right? And so I really want to honor that you are putting in these boundaries. It feels appropriate. What I'm hearing your guides say about this, though, is just know it's going to be an adjustment and maybe met with a little bit of resistance on your mom's end because she is used to not having those with you. And I don't feel like her nature is someone who tends to respect those anyway. But when you're showing up in a place of love, and here we go, number one, love of self first. So very often that is, I cannot answer the phone right now. I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this, or I don't have, right? So boundaries don't have to be horrible things. It could be like not answering the call, responding to the text in 2 hours. But I feel like you are on the right track first and foremost for you. Your mom does come into alignment with it, but it is going to take a little bit of time because you are teaching her a new way of treating you. And this is really important, not just for you, but the guides want me to elaborate on this. So they want us to really realize that when we show up in this world, we teach people how to treat us, right? So if somebody is being disrespectful and we stay in that relationship, friendship, work, partnership, whatever it is, we are allowing it. We are teaching them that we will receive that behavior, that energy, that emotion, that disrespect. But you can always show up in a place of love and respect for yourself, which is, you know what? I love and honor that friend, but that relationship was getting so challenging. I wish them the best, but I don't feel like we're a good vibrational match right now. And so it's really about honoring ourselves first and foremost. And then by doing that, other people around us know how to treat us.
Our next question is thank you so much for recommending Denise Knutson. Wonderful. I also have a question about what is happening to me when I'm meditating. Even when I am not meditating, who or what is engaging with me?
Yeah. So what I'm feeling is a big, big, big opening in your energy field. And yes, you're welcome. I love Denise. She's amazing. Here's the thing with that. With the opening in your energy field, what you're wanting to do now is you're wanting to start to control it in the way that you want some parameters on it. So when I am connecting with spirit, I'm not walking around all day long like this. I've got to get to the grocery store, to Walgreens, to wherever I got to go. And I'm not walking around on in reading mode. So what you're wanting to do, I'm hearing from your guides, is just start to put some parameters around it. I want you to start to say, okay, when I'm meditating or when I'm, at home, I'm open to this soul level expansion, and that's what they're calling it, soul level expansion. It doesn't feel like it's just one being to me. That's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of light that feels like it's pulling you open, and it feels really beautiful.
Okay, our next question is my husband noticed an orb on our Ring camera. It was going into our garage. Looking back, it was a nightly occurrence for a while that we chalked it up to camera lens malfunctions. What was this about?
Yeah, so it's interesting that it's going into the garage because there's some energy on that orb. So I want to go with like a male older energy. I want to go with either like dad or granddad type energy on that. And this is probably a place where that energy, dad or grandpa spent a lot of time. And so I feel like there's that energy of like, I'll meet you here. This was my thing, whether it was a workshop. I'm kind of getting the word workshop. So, but that could be a wood workshop or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be mechanical, but really our loved ones in spirit are always checking in on us. And that's what it feels like to me.
Okay, our next question. This is Jill. I just found out I have a potentially serious eye problem. I'm seeing an eye specialist surgeon today when we were supposed to leave for vacation. Do you see an outcome?
Yeah. So I do feel like it's going to turn out better than you're expecting. I just want you to know they do need to address the situation. So I'm hearing that very clearly. You do need medical intervention, but I want to tell you I'm seeing best case scenario for the outcome. There might be some surgery or something like that involved, but it will be worth it because it feels like it would be they're just showing me like it would be very productive for your future. And yeah, best case scenario, but there is going to be medical intervention.
Okay. Our next question is from Haley. Hi, Michelle. I am dating someone new whose name starts with an N. How do you see this new relationship going? Anything I should be keeping in mind?
Oh, I like that. Okay, let me just kind of tap into this energy for a minute. So, going back to what we said earlier about we teach people how to treat us, this is what the guides are bringing up for you, Haley. So, really be aware of how you want to be treated. And that doesn't just mean like, oh, I want flowers and chocolate every day. I mean, that's beautiful, great. But this is about a level of respect. And that's the word that I'm hearing from your guides that you are really looking for now in this relationship. So all of the other stuff is beautiful. It's, love language stuff. But at the end of the day, what you're looking for is this really solid table of respect. And it feels like there is a lot of good energy in this relationship, but they're telling me you still need another, 5 weeks, 6 weeks before you have a solid footing in what you want.
Okay. Our next question is from Jennifer. Will my husband's work-life balance improve anytime soon, or is it time for him to move on to something else? If he moves on, will he be happier? And what kind of work do you see him doing?
Yeah. So what the energy is that in the job that he's currently in, I'm not seeing a lot of changes coming up. So work-life balance with what he's doing right now is always going to be somewhat of a stretch. What I am seeing is that there's going to be a really good chance he starts applying for jobs late this year, early next year, because I feel like that energy is already rolling in. I see him doing something similar. So I don't feel like he's in a completely different field or anything like that, but there's more of an energy of, him showing up in a way where it works with him, because right now the job doesn't work for him, he's working for the job, but I feel like that starts to shift in the beginning of next year.
Okay. Our next question is from Anthony. Will my aphasia significantly improve, stay the same, or get worse?
Yeah, so I definitely feel like it's going to improve. I don't know that it's going to significantly improve, but I do feel improvement coming in from the guides on that. We've got to start with stabilizing first. So just, think about it when you get off a carnival ride, you kind of got to catch your balance before you walk down the stairs, right? So whenever we are dealing with any type of health challenge, we're looking first for stabilization and then the improvement can come in.
Okay. Our next question is from Kay. Is there a message for me from my sister who transitioned 2.5 years ago?
Yeah. So as soon as you said that, I start seeing hummingbirds and butterflies, hummingbirds and butterflies. So I want to acknowledge those. She's also showing me heart shapes, but they look very, I don't know, like fancy. They're not just like a heart. They've got curves and all of this. She's got a very creative energy about you, or about her. And she's telling me to tell you, she is around you all the time. So when you are feeling her, because I feel like recently you're, in the kitchen or in the living room and you're like, I think she's here. 100%. She's wanting me to validate that she's there. You guys have a connection that is eternal, and just go ahead and know that she will continue to send you signs. But a lot of the time, your relationship with her is going to be telepathic, not just signs that are coming in our human form.
Thank you. Okay. Our next one is, do portals exist and where do they go?
I love that. That's a fun one. Yes, portals do exist. And where do they go depends on what is the portal connected to, right? We have different dimensions, we have different frequencies, we have different energies. So if anyone's ever been to Sedona, there are a lot of different vortexes around Sedona. And the shaman that I've worked with up there has told me, this one resonates with love, this one resonates with clarity, this one resonates. So depending on what it is we're looking for, there would be different portals and or vortexes that are going to take us to different energies, different heart-centered, head-centered, whatever it is that we're looking for. And they are interesting because I have walked out here in Arizona. There's a place that I've gone to over by the river, and I walked up there and I just felt this angel vortex or portal of energy. And so it really felt like to me that is an easy spot for them to just appear in this dimension.
That is so cool. I love that. Okay, our next question is from Terry. Could I have a message from my grandmother who died of Alzheimer's? Also, what is the spiritual significance of this disease?
Yeah. So thank you for asking that question, Terry. A lot of times people who choose to leave by that or by dementia, they have had to either handle a lot in life, control a lot in life, take care of a lot of people in life. And what happens when they choose to transition this way, guess what? We're losing control. I need people to take care of me. There's a letting go energy that comes along with it. So that's kind of the physical or the physical manifestation of the energy around it. But also when our loved ones choose how they're going to leave this planet, there is an understanding of how it's going to impact the people around them. What lessons are those of us taking care of them going to learn? What lessons, are we going to share with other people? So there's a couple things happening right there, but that's what I feel like. I don't know. I keep getting the word caregiver. So I don't know if she was the woman who, took care of the people at church, took care of the kids, took care of the neighbors, always showed up with dinners for people. But it's time for her to receive the care that she didn't maybe necessarily get in this lifetime.
Yeah, my grandmother also had dementia as well, and that really resonates with me as well.
Yeah, it's not easy on the people here. Leaving this planet is challenging for those of us who are left behind and watching it happen. But on a soul level, what is happening is that as she declines, her soul's still out buzzing around the universe, learning, growing, doing things. So even as we see people in comas or that are seem nonverbal, non-responsive, they are still growing on a soul level. And the people around them are growing because of the care they're giving to them.
Okay. Our next question is, what is really hidden in Antarctica? What is the real reason for them not wanting us to go there?
Yeah, that's a great question. I do not think, I think all of the answers are above my pay grade, but I would definitely start with this. I truly believe that there are ET connections down there or artifacts of other civilizations, connections to other worlds, other planets that have shown up here in the past. And where we are at in this time frame right now on the planet is really interesting, because if anyone follows like Bashar or some other people, like they are predicting like well-known ET contact in 2027. And that is the information that I'm getting from my guides and angels also, that we're going to have contact, and it's not going to be scary and crazy, and it's not like all of the movies, the Hollywood movies showing us getting attacked, but we're at a tipping point here on planet Earth, and everyone can feel it. And so we tend to respond with fear when we need to respond with love. But because of that, there are going to be some changes coming up. So yeah, I think Antarctica has a lot of untold secrets down there, and that's why they are blocking people from it.
Yeah, and I am so excited for the alien disclosure. I know that they're going to show us like probably video footage of everything that's happened in our history, and when I was younger, I used to pray to the aliens like, please take me up with you and show me your planet. So I for one am very excited about all that.
Oh my gosh, I love that. But the flip side of this is that it is going to challenge a lot of people, right? Humans are we like our routine, we like our structure, we want it all written out. This is how it is. And when we have some type of contact like that will happen, there are a lot of people who that will be very challenging for. It doesn't need to be. I want to say this: everyone This is with the news, everything that's going on in your life right now. Be skeptical, but be open minded. Just because you read it doesn't mean it's real. I don't care what platform you're looking at, right? And we talked about this, I think, last week or the week before, how it's so important for everyone to really start to use their own intuition and their own discernment. It has never been more important than it is right now.
Yeah. Okay, our next question is, hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for all that you do for us on this channel. I was hoping that Jagger may have some encouraging words for his friends and family who are grieving so heavily right now.
Yeah. Number one, you are welcome. So it's funny because I'm hearing a lot of music right now. So I want to say he is absolutely, Jagger is pouring the music on the family, trying to get across messages. This is one of the things our loved ones do in spirit. They do send us songs, and it's because they're giving us a 4 or 5 minute message, right? And we're hearing it. We start to think about them. We're feeling them. We cry, we laugh, we smile, whatever our response is to that. One of the things that his family just needs to know is that he is doing great. So very often when we have a loved one in spirit, we imagine them sitting alone, sad that they're not here, waiting for us to get there someday. But that's not what heaven's all about. That heavenly realm is light, love, compassion, fun, adventure, evolution. The journey never ends. And they need to really know that that's the energy that he's in now.
Oh, okay. Our next question is, hi there. The White House just announced that women who take Tylenol during pregnancy have a higher likelihood of giving birth to autistic children. Is this a true statement?
Ooh, I like that. So here's what I would say. I feel like women who are taking anything during pregnancy are at a higher risk of having a child. That's kind of the energy with any type of challenge. That's the energy around that question. So Tylenol might be getting singled out at the moment, but I kind of want to put it in a category with a lot of things, the way the guides are showing it to me.
Yeah, and there's so much, that other countries have banned that we still have in America, and it's hopefully we get to it soon.
Well, and right now we have 1 in 4 children are being born on the spectrum, right? So there's a lot more going on with this than Tylenol. We need to talk about genetics. We need to talk about clean eating. We need to talk about all sorts of things that are happening here. I'm not. I also want to take this, the guides are telling me, to the next level. The souls that are choosing to come in right now know what they're stepping into. Just like we did when we chose to come here, we just have been veiled and have forgotten it. So just know that, yeah, I mean, do the best you can. Don't take anything if you can, do it during your pregnancy. But it's not, it doesn't mean that for sure it's going to happen one way or the other, because there's also a soul plan at play here.
Okay. Our next question is, I am in a transition with my husband and my life. All the paths forward feel blocked, as if don't make any changes. Something is going to happen soon that will affect everything. Reality check, please.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like I'm going to use the words stuck in the mud. I feel like I'm literally like in a Jeep stuck in the mud right now. I do feel like you're not supposed to make any decisions right now. But what I am feeling is that in the next 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to have clarity and you're going to be ready to make some decisions forward. It's really interesting because the way they're showing it to me, it's like stuck, boom, go time, and that's kind of the energy that you're going to come into contact with. So right now your guides are saying, let yourself not be frustrated, really kind of just be like, this isn't exactly what I was dreaming of, but it's where I'm at in the moment, right? So find that peace and love that you can cultivate in the moment, because when it happens, it's going to happen pretty quick.
Tammy asks, what did Jesus mean when he said, when you know the truth will set you free?
Yeah, I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing. We talk about Jesus on here. I saw Jesus in my second NDE, and I would say that when Jesus came in as my best friend. I'm here to help you. There was no bow down and pray to me or confess your sins or any of that. It's truly a loving energy that comes and is available to all of us if we want to receive it. So the truth will set you free is really important in understanding. Jesus mastered, and this was asked before on this show, but someone said, is Jesus the true Son of God? And Spirit came in and said, Jesus has the same amount of light as each of your souls, but he mastered his humanity and his divinity. So when we understand our truth, that we are a whole soul that has chosen to come to have this human experience, that we are co-creators of our life, that we are supported and loved, that sets us free, because now we can create the life that we want, not the one we're being told to live by society, family, and whatever other sources you're, getting fed into.
Yeah. I also want to give a huge shout out to your Instagram page because you always post such great motivational quotes and such great passages and paragraphs. And Karen actually had a comment about that. She said, all the daily paragraphs you put out, I totally steal and shoot out to others as though I am deep enough to write it myself.
Oh, well, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. That brings me to something I want to share. On November 1st, I am going to be launching 111 angel messages, and they're going to be daily messages that are like what's coming out on Instagram. And this is really our time to be the light and our time to shine. So there is going to be more and more and more of that coming. And thank you for sharing them with people. The world needs more light right now. We have a lot of darkness, chaos, and fear, but be the light. It's really important.
Yeah, and speaking of November 1st, if you haven't got her first book, 101 Ways to Set Your Soul on Fire, make sure you do that so you can have two of them, two of Michelle's really well-written books.
Thanks, Aiden.
Okay. Our next question is from Carol. Would you be able to tune into our cat and ask him what is upsetting him at night, please?
Yeah. So there's something, the first thing, as soon as you said cat, I started going to like GI or gut issues. I want you to check the cat's food, because there is something about, I don't know if this one eats dinner or gets special treats before dinner or something, but I go right to gut issues with your cat. So I want you to notice the food that it's on and see if you can change that. The other things with cats, all of our animals, cats, dogs, horses, all our animals are very perceptive to spirit. So I would also say you have an energy visiting you. I want to be clear, it does not feel like a ghost or evil or anything like that. But there is a presence that is almost like checking on you at night. This presence has like grandmotherly, mother type energy. And I think that your cat is very much aware of that too. But check on the cat. There's some type of GI thing starting. And if it hasn't already started, you will notice it in the next few weeks.
Okay, our next question is actually from Lori. She says, Michelle, how many peeps do you let sign up for your live online readings?
For my live online reading. So these. Are we talking these? So what we do is we just go. We go for like 30 minutes, and I try to get to as many questions as I can. I have an email that goes out, and there's also a link in there where you could email in questions. But we don't really try to do it as, we just do as many as we can in 30 minutes. So if you didn't get in this time, you can also email in a question. Or the other thing is get on next week, and we will be doing this again.
Yeah, and the great thing about today is we've almost gotten through all of them in the chat so far. So we are speeding ahead. The next question is from Dolores. Hi, Michelle. Can I get a message from my mom? She passed away in 2007.
Yeah, it's really interesting, because as soon as I wrote down mom, because sometimes when I write down the energy, it helps me like dive into it more. She's talking to me about you, and she's saying that there are a lot of ideas that you're coming to completion with or closure with this year in 2025. So she's just showing me kind of maybe patterns in your life or thought processes. You're getting a lot of clarity. Your mom wants you to know that she's got a lot of clarity where she is right now, and she's helping you to receive. She's wanting me to say understandings that weren't necessarily maybe part of the way that she raised you, only because she didn't have it yet. Also, she's showing me wind chimes, so I do think you're going to hear chime sounds in connection with her.
Perfect. Okay, that is all we have time for today. It was so great to be able to sit here and read the questions and interact with you today.
Oh, well, thanks for your help. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up today. Please like and subscribe to the channel so that we can grow and reach more people. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead.
Bye, guys.